Urban Emissions is an independent research group. We are based in India. We do number crunching on air pollution. So in that process, we look at emissions, pollution, health impacts in various forms, and how to integrate all this information to support policy relevant discussions, public awareness activities, and various groups in multiple fashions for doing some integrated air quality management exercises. You can browse all our information, tools, publications at our website. This is urbanemissions.info. There's a lot of information available in various forms that you can browse. One of the really useful inputs that we require when we're doing these exercises is the air quality monitoring data. In that process, OpenAQ's website and their API services have been really useful. We access this consistently and from on a, access this on a continuous basis for multiple programs that we have. One of the programs we have is the air quality forecasting system. One is for all of India, and then one is for Delhi at a very high resolution. And we use the monitoring data coming extracted from OpenAQ's servers for not only validating what we are modeling in the forecasting system, but also trying to understand what changes are we seeing at what time scales and how that can be used for policy relevant discussions. Given the current time of the lockdown time in the COVID period, one of the interesting case studies that we have been focusing on is how air quality has changed in the last 2-3 months during these lockdowns. And here's a resource that we have on our website trying to understand how air quality has changed during these lockdown periods. So we had 4 lockdown periods, and at the end of every lockdown period, we put out information on how this has changed. Just looking, we have 122 cities in India with at least one air quality monitoring station, and we tried to understand how this has resulted in how lockdowns have resulted in different air quality patterns. For some pollutants, pollution levels have definitely gone down. For example, for PM 2.5, for sulfur dioxide, NOx, NO2, we have definitely seen a big drop in overall air quality levels. I think this is primarily because the main sources of these pollutants have gone down significantly. For example, for NO2, transport sector is the key source, and all the cities had very little transport vehicle exhaust emissions in the cities, and it resulted in a direct impact on the NO2 concentrations. For SO2, not so much because some of the big industries were still active, but in the cities wherever transport, where the transport is a big drop, we saw a drop in the SO2 concentrations. One pollutant where we didn't see a immediate drop in the concentrations is the ozone. And this was, again, we were able to track with all the monitoring data available from the site, from the OpenAQ site. Again, this is a story of chemistry, how chemistry is playing a different role under a reduced regime and a reduced NO2 and other volatile organic compound emission reductions, and how that alters the ozone chemistry altogether. So in the cities show a very different pattern. Some cities are actually showing an increase in the ozone concentration. Some cities are showing no change in the concentrations, and some regions which are more rural than urban have shown some reduction in the ozone concentrations. So overall, there is a very interesting pattern that we can study at a regional scale and also on a temporal scale, how air quality has changed over these lockdown periods and how it has altered each of these pollutants in their own way. All of these changes that we are able to record in real time with direct access to this data from the OpenAQ website. So we would definitely like to give a big thank you and a hands up for the website. So anybody doing air quality research anywhere in the world, I definitely encourage them to go to the site and use their API services and also their AWS S3 bucket services to access information directly and you use it for their own air quality assessments. And how we do use, besides doing the short-term assessments, the forecasting results are also displayed at the same time, um, to show to show how the model is performing against the monitoring data. And this we updated every 30 minutes using extracting data from the OpenAQ website. So we do encourage you to visit our site and explore all the different databases that we have on air quality, and also visit the OpenAQ website and explore what more information is there on the air quality monitoring data and how it can be used for various purposes. We do have a resource link where we explained how you can access air quality data from the OpenAQ website, what are the different methods, and what other resources exist in this space. Thank you.